What's up, beautiful people? My name is Kara Imani, if you haven't met me already. I am a holistic health professional, and I am here to just jazz up some things, talk about life, talk about the various modalities of living life, and just living in your truth, living in your best self, to express yourself in the most wonderful way and excel in this earth school that we call life. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that like button, and make sure you comment on this video if you're feeling me, if you're not, and if you have just a little bit of 2 cents to drizzle in, baby. So we just gonna get right into it. So as you know from the title, I am happy after it's 2025 now. I got my divorce in 2019, and I can honestly say that I am so happy that I was cheated on. I'm so happy that I was done wrong, because the biggest takeaway from being comfortable in my own skin, of loving on myself and getting myself to a space where I am now, is really acceptance. It's really accepting myself for who I am and knowing who I was before. So when I was in my relationship, understand that I was the type of partner that was not very possessive. I wasn't so caught. I wanted to be communicated with. I wanted to be experienced, and I wanted to experience things with my ex-wife, but we just never got to that point because finances were out of whack. I was healing in like a way that I couldn't really express. I was also not understanding what was going on with my mind and my body and how I was shifting and how I was changing. And so the hustle in me was so torn. When it came to ambition, I was ambitious, but the actions didn't line up. My mind just was getting in the way. The universe had other plans for different things. I had so much to learn about myself, and I healed, y'all, in such a short time that it seemed as though I was kind of choked, by the level of healing I had asked for. And I thought that I was in a safe space within my relationship in order to allow myself to go through this process. But I realized after, during the whole process, that I wasn't with the right person that was going to help me through that process, or not necessarily help me, because I don't expect for everybody to assist you in everything, especially when you're not able to communicate what's really going on. But I honestly knew that within my gut, within my intuition, like my intuition just told me that that wasn't the person that I truly was going to be able to like heal through these things and pursue my passions with. And so as much as I would try to push for that, I kept being met with resistance because I was trying to force something that wasn't going to be. And see, we find ourselves in these different places where we find ourselves really just hoping and trying to control the situation, on like praying, oh, I want this to be the person, but in actuality, this is an earth school. This person was supposed to take you some step of the way. This person was supposed to shift you to help you understand something about yourself, so that you can see that portion of yourself and shift it and change it and alchemize and transform and transition. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that over these past couple of years that I've gone through the things that I've gone through. I'm grateful that I went through the things that I went through before I even had gotten married, to now be in a space of acceptance of myself. And so with that acceptance of knowing that I'm not a possessive person, knowing that I'm a person that craves communication, I was introduced actually while I was married to the BDSM community. And I want to speak about this because there's a lot of people who are like, how are you godly, but yeah, you're into BDSM. Baby, BDSM, it's about exploring your temple. It's about understanding your body in a communicative way. It's about exploring people in a way that helps you see yourself. Because in all realness, like, the people who are around us are a mirror of us. We are one. We are one with the trees. Everything that we see is a biochemical pixelation, really, of this game that we're playing. And it is a beautiful and yet challenging journey to express yourself at the highest level if you allow yourself to get to that point. And BDSM for me has been a beautiful, like, it's been a beautiful journey. I can't say that I am not still a rookie in it, because there's still so much that I need to learn. But when it comes to myself, I see my relationships in the future not being monogamous. I say that because there's so many people that I know that live this life of discomfort because they are wondering what their partner is doing, hoping and praying that their partner is staying true to them, holding on to trust issues that they can't let go. And what BDSM has taught me, besides coupling, is within myself, appreciating a person's nature is important to understand who that person truly is, to get down to the nitty gritty of, this person has a past, I have a past, I have a future, and I want this person to be in my future, but I also want to be able to express myself in a way that doesn't make this person feel as though they are secondhand, or that I'm going to leave them, or whatever have you. We can express ourselves with being like, this person is attractive, this person is lovable, this person is like a beautiful person, and it be platonic, but we just share that banter within our relationship and within our communication that just helps us, you know, navigate our own relationship and our own thoughts and behaviors. And so I see sexual liberation in a completely different way. This isn't just about the sexual liberation part of feeling free with my body within my partnership. This is feeling free because actually I'm not in a relationship right now. I am single, and I am beautifully exploring the BDSM community in a way that is my own, and really just navigating this journey. And so if you all want to know more about that journey, you all go ahead and comment down below and let me know that you want me to vlog about this process, because I would totally love to share this with you all. Sexual desire, or desire period, is something that is very vulnerable. You know, there's a lot of people they have different fetishes, they have different desires. There's so many things that people like to keep secret. And when you're in a partnership with someone that you can't really fully, you know, let go and release certain inhibitions that you hold, that is a holdback within itself. To me, I am not judging anybody, and if you want a monogamous relationship, you go ahead and you do you, boo-boo. You do your thing. There's plenty of people out here that love monogamous relationships, that want to stay loyal, that are looking for that one partner and that one partner only, and so am I. I want my one partner and my one partner only, but I also want to explore and play a little bit with my partner, and I feel as though I am excited for that time to come. But for now, in exploring my own body and my own love for myself, I am excited to just delve and wade in the waters of uncertainty and the unknown to envelop a sense of being and my confidence and my way of expression and my way of communication with the world, because BDSM has helped me see a different level of confidence within myself. When you open up a different side of yourself, and the side of yourself that was held down and basically drowned as you were young, especially with people who grew up in religious households or grew up in households where they weren't able to speak freely about certain things, it is your challenge to develop that relationship with your temple, to understand yourself in a spiritual way outside of the confines of a external source. Because and what I feel, I'm not pushing that on anybody else, but I truly love the sense of feeling that God within me every single day, when I wake up, when I grow, when I pray, when I love on people. And that way of expression to me is how I continuously send love to God and send appreciation to God, the end all be all, the Alpha and Omega, the highest power, the highest energy source. That energy is something that floats around in all of us. And if we allow ourselves to just grow and be uncomfortable, but learn something different and progress in a way that is like, I'm fearful, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Embrace that courage, embrace that uncertainty and that like that butterfly feeling. I feel as though it just helps us grow within our being on a different level. And so as I am looking at myself now at 28 years old and 5 years later of not being married anymore, I'm finally accepting that the reason why I was so upset about my marriage not working, when I didn't want the marriage at a certain point either, is the fact that I was such an open person and willing to communicate and willing to pursue different ways of being with my wife. I couldn't control what that other person would do. And so overall, the reason why I've been upset this whole time is because I wasn't able to control the communication that we had. I wasn't able to get out of her the things that I needed and the things that I wanted. But now I realize that the things that I wanted in that relationship, I need to be for my partners or partner that I'm going to have in this time of dating multiple people and having relations with different people and expressing myself in a way that's not necessarily different, but just more out in the open, and loving on my spiritual side, loving on my emotional side, my vulnerable side, my confident side, my ambitious side, my creative side, my didactic side, my learning side, and understanding that they're all synergistic, that they're all one. And in tuning into one, I'm also tuning into the other. And so I am excited to just be. When you're in a space of honey, I can even, we've all been on the floor crying at some point, praying, oh my God, my heart is broken with the, with the, with the hiccup cough and the hiccup cry and the ugly cry. And in that time, you truly just want some sort of peace. And when you look retrospectively at that time, you realize that in order to get out of that, you have to dig deeper into shifting your desire in order to truly move past it and move on from it. And so there's a project that I'm working on, that I've been working on since my divorce, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. And I am not going to share that yet. However, for now, I just want you all to know that if you are going through a divorce right now, if you are going through a time in your life where you feel like as if you're not going to get out of it, there is just a 3D blind on what it is that you're going through that is making you feel as though you will not get past it. And I want you to know that everything has its season. And sometimes those are multiple seasons, but it's possible for you to go through this and grow through this and alchemize, transition, and transform in a way where once you get to that next level of being, because I feel like as if we're all video game characters. Like as I level up my video game character, I have to level up all of my other attributes, my communication, my attention, my social awareness, my social being, my creativity, everything, my body, my spiritual awareness, my spiritual attunement. I have to level up all of those things because that is what my responsibility is as a person that is opening their eyes to a different portion of me, and also realizing that this is something that I asked for within myself. I want you to know that every challenge that you have come through and that has met you at your door is literally something that is just for you. And you are the only person that can eat off that plate. That plate is given to you for a reason because you can handle it. Some people's plates are stacked. I'm talking about you got the collard greens, pound of collard. You got, listen, a lot of us are eating on plates like a competitive eater that we will watch on YouTube, okay? Shout out to the Shuts team. Shout out to, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but I love watching competitive eating because I feel like I've always wanted to do that, first of all. I used to eat a lot more than I do now. But anyway, side note, squirrel. It is imperative that we know that digging deeper into our desires, writing them down, becoming aware of the things that we truly, truly desire, getting down to the meat and potatoes of it, is how you are going to I want to say start, but I truly believe that the start of your shifting is when you ask God for more. And to continue in that journey, you have to do the work to face yourself and accept yourself for who you are, and then accept yourself for where you truly want to be, and not be, I mean, over time, it's easy for us to judge ourselves for it and push certain things away. But when you give yourself the grace and the go ahead to just delve into certain things that is a little uncomfortable, it truly just helps you appreciate life just that much more, you know? And there's so much to say about it, but there's only experiencing it really. I remember not too long ago, I can't explain why I wanted to spend all my money and go to Dubai to go ahead and get a hypnotherapy certification. I couldn't explain it, but I went ahead and did it anyway. And I went there by myself, and I was nervous. I was scared. It's my first time out of the country. And I realized, as Marissa Peer says, your brain doesn't know the difference between excitement and fear. And because your brain doesn't know the difference between excitement and fear, you have the choice to tell your brain something different. And it's okay to be delusional sometimes. When you are intuitively nudged on something that you know is for you, getting external validation from it just doesn't feel right. When you're on the path of spiritual attunement, and let me break down attunement for you, as a people who are in the music industry or entertainment industry, you know attunement also well, because you understand that if you're on a guitar, if your strings aren't strummed in the correct way, you get to tune them to the right chord so that it sounds melodic, so that the chords harmonize with each other. Spiritually, we are vibrating at a certain frequency and an energy that helps us just come to a certain level of awareness and alignment with the things and the passions that we have asked to align with. And so attuning spiritually means to attune to that higher power, but also the highest version of yourself. And in this process, because all it is a process. In this process of you alchemizing, putting in the work to go out of your comfort zone, going into spaces sometimes by yourself, even though you're nervous and you're scared. Some people say, that's not me, but a lot of people associate anxiety with their personality because they've allowed anxiety to win so much to where they've really attuned with that frequency. Detach yourself from those things that make you feel like you can't, and attach yourself to things that make you see the world, because it's what we're here to do. You have the discernment to understand what you don't want to do anymore, what you would not do ever, and what you may try, and allow your body to tell you. Allow your fear to be excitement. Allow for that and see where it takes you. Okay, my loves? All right, beautiful souls, that's all I have for you today. Again, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment anything that you have to say about this video. If you want me to dive in deeper on a certain topic, or just share some details about what it is that I'm doing, please go ahead and let me know. I love you guys. Peace, love, and beautiful, beautiful, positive vibes. I'll see you later. Bye.